Check, check one. Through at least.
That's impressive. Doesn't mean I fall asleep at 6 because I'm in bed.
You're trying.
I'm trying
I
to
never
do that in bed.
I wasn't like probably 9:30.
What?
No, I'm like, I'll be like 8, 7, but like 7
That's
to
good.
Yeah.
That's good. That's my goal.
I'm going to like see less time like this.
Yeah.
I'm in bed by 8 is usually my goal, and I like to get sleep by 9.
Yeah, that's.
Because 9 is like 6
But
hours.
I wake up at 1 a.m. to 6 a.m.
Oh my God.
I wake up like.
Yeah, 3:10. What?
I
I wake up at 3 or 3:29.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I mean, I guess it's like today. It's like I had to be in PG by 5:30. I hit it to 5:30, so it's like, all right, just leave the house by like 4:30. Right. So then you can like have it. Yeah, I'm casually
Down your house.
Yeah.
Oh,
So that's safe.
They compromise.
So that's good.
Oh, they have to work and go in the same car.
Yeah, we have to go to the sleep.
Yeah. We heard, I heard they were gonna try to push that, like, hasn't happened.
Okay, well.
But it's coming.
Yeah.
I'm like in there trying to do my makeup at the station. And I'm like, there's something.
My favorite part is like, stop.
Oh, yeah, you gotta do it. I'm fast now.
She doesn't, like, it's like my hair, like, it just takes a while. Like, but if I'm cheating, then I'll just start using like 4 strands.
Yeah, I do the sleep in it. Just take it out of the curler. I know. Realize what more goes into us. The guys just roll up in bed and.
It'll take me 5 minutes to get ready, and I was just like, it'll take me 2 hours.
Yeah, yeah, if I can actually.
So this is my first time here.
Yeah. Right.
It's when you're late that like.
That they start at 5, yeah, you're like,
Suddenly the mayor's on time.
Yeah, yeah. It's a miracle.
Is everybody good on sound and white balance? Okay. Sure. Checking 109876544321. Sure. Checking 109876544321. Testing 109876543211. All right, cool.
You're so professional. Coming from where the Memorial Park, they left where we were parked. Oh, okay, so then. Oh, in front of you. It was something.
So I'm getting my work to salvage.
Yeah.
I want to just tell you that speaking with you today will be the Chief of Police, Chief Malik Aziz, and then Millard House II, the Superintendent of Schools, will be speaking as well. And they'll be right in. I want to thank you all for coming and wish you all a very happy Thanksgiving. I wish it was under different circumstances, though. Good morning. I'm Brian Fisher, the manager of the Media Relations Division for the Prince George's County Police Department. Thank you all for coming. Speaking to you today will be the Chief of Police, Malik Aziz, and the Superintendent of Schools, Millard House II. Chief Aziz.
Y'all come over here. It's behind me. She's not coming? Is Chief with you? Good morning. I'm Malik Aziz, Chief of Police for the Prince George's County Police Department. Thank you for coming out here today, joining us under these tragic circumstances. To the families, friends, and classmates of 10-year-old Shalom Mba and 5-year-old Sky Sosa, as well as our supportive communities. The Prince George's County Police Department, we want to reach out and convey our condolences to the families and friends. It's precious with the lives filled with promise of a bright and happy future. Please know that our thoughts, our hearts, our prayers, and our support remains with the family during this incredibly difficult and tremendous time of need. Our Collision Analysis and Reconstruction Unit, CARU, is continuing to investigate. We are still in the preliminary stages of this investigation. A preliminary investigation is just that, preliminary. Investigations must be conducted in a meticulous manner to gather all facts and evidence as we talk to witnesses and others and gather available information before we make a statement to the general public, and that takes time. We have full and complete belief in our CARU unit and our investigators that we will put together the facts and circumstances surrounding this tragic incident. This is what I can tell you for now. 2 students were struck by a vehicle, a van, as they walked to school, and they succumbed to their injuries. The victims are 10-year-old Shalom Mba of Riverdale and 5-year-old Sky Sosa of Riverdale. An adult male relative of one of the children was walking with the victims as they were struck. The injuries of that relative are not considered life-threatening. On November 20th, 2023, at approximately 8 a.m., Prince George's County Police Department and officers from the Riverdale Park Police Department responded to the 5,000 block of Riverdale Road. The officers immediately began to provide medical aid to the students who were suffering critical injuries. They both were transported to the hospital where they succumbed to their injuries a short time later. The preliminary investigation revealed the involved driver, an adult female, was driving a van southbound on Taylor Road toward Riverdale Road. The driver made a left turn onto Riverdale Road where they struck 2 students and the adult male who were crossing the street in the crosswalk. The van's driver was not injured and remained on scene. As is standard with all fatal crashes, with the Collision Analysis and Reconstruction Unit completes its investigation, the findings are turned over to the Prince George's County State's Attorney's Office for consideration of possible criminal charges. CARU's investigation can take months to complete. The PGPD investigates all fatal crashes that occur in the town of Riverdale Park. And I'll urge anyone within this sound who may see this or hear this to to speak with any investigator of our CAR-U unit, and they can be reached at 301-731-4422 or our Crime Solvers website, pgcrimesolvers.com, or by app P3 Tips if you have apps. No information is too small. All information is relevant. If you were there and you have further information that would help us with this investigation, we would urge you to come forward through those means, both known and anonymous. At this time, I'm going to call our Superintendent House up to hear from him before we take questions. Superintendent?
Thank you, Chief. And I want to first of all start off thanking both the Chief of the Riverdale Park Police Department and Chief Aziz of the Prince George's County Police Department. I was actually on site after the tragedy, and to see our men and women in blue working to support our community and working to do everything that they could do to save lives. It's important that our community understands that they're working hard now and will be working hard in the future to ensure that that all of the different pieces of this puzzle are figured out over the course of time. Of course, in reference to the school district, our hearts ache as we extend our deepest condolences following this most tragic accident that claimed the lives of two of our beloved Riverdale Elementary School students. The entire community, the school system, is grieving, and our thoughts are with the families and loved ones affected by this unimaginable loss during the pre-Thanksgiving break. The school system is focused on providing supports. Today we have supports on the campus to ensure that crisis counselors are available to students and families that need support. We've even gone a different step to ensure that we provide crisis counselors virtually as well for those students that did not make it to school today that might need professional support as well. Now, as we approach this season of being thankful and dedicating our expressions and gratitude and cherish the holiday for loved ones, let us unite to quite frankly support one another in this scenario. Our community stands together, and we share the sorrow of offering comfort and strength during this extremely difficult time. We're committed to a continued partnership and working with our local authorities on ensuring that full coverage of crossing guards are in place for now and for the future. Thank you, Chief.
Thank you. We'll take a few questions at this time. We'll start right here, here, and here.
Jess Arnold, WUSA 9. I'm wondering, do you have evidence that the driver stopped at the stop sign before making that turn?
Right now, we are investigating that. We do have some information, but right now we're gathering that information and putting it together so we can be sure about what we actually see matches with witness accounts and the evidence that is coming forward here. What we do know is that that driver proceeded and made a left-hand turn, whether that was a stop or rolling stop, a complete stop or rolling stop. We're still putting that together at this time. Right here and then back to you.
Did the driver happen to pass any other vehicles at that intersection? And we were also getting reports of the driver mentioning, she meant to hit the brakes, but ended up hitting the gas instead.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that, if those people are telling you or you're hearing it, they need to tell us, call us and through Crime Solvers or our Tips app or the number that I gave out. If that is information right now, that is not information that would be known to us at this particular time. But the driver, if that is true, the driver will have every opportunity to bring that information forward to us, what they're telling everyone else.
The first part of the question was whether or not the driver went by any vehicles at
No.
that intersection.
No, not that we know of at this time.
Chief Malthus, we're hearing from parents that she ran a school transport business. Are you able to confirm that? And if so, do you know if she had the necessary permits to run a legitimate business?
Well, that is for the investigation to bring the facts of that. I can tell you right now, even from my perspective on where I sit, then we've heard multiple things at this time. That's why we won't give out any information. This information from yesterday and just over 24 hours has changed at least 3 times with me. So that is not going to be something I'm going to confirm, because we simply do not have all the facts in that at this particular time. Some of those may be rumors and innuendo, and we deal with facts, not speech or conjecture.
Actually, was the driver under any medication? Do you know of anything like that?
Not that we know of at this particular time. Not at this particular time.
And a follow-up question, is the driver connected in some way to the school, a parent, a student at the school, anything like that?
That information has not come to the police department at this particular time, but again, we're still in the preliminary stages of this investigation. I think as the facts come, as you heard the superintendent, and in his words, we work in a close, connected partnership with Prince George's County Public Schools. We work in a very robust, vibrant relationship with Riverdale Park, with all of our municipal chiefs. And we'll get to those facts with the school if they are indeed true. If the superintendent has different facts, then, I'm sure he would come to the lectern here. If you have any different facts, Super? Okay, all right. Well, we was back on this side, and then we'll come back.
That would be on the top side. We were hearing from people in the neighborhood that there was a crossing guard in the morning. They did see the crossing guard in the afternoon. Other parents had said to us that they did not see crossing guards in the morning for this school year. So could you or the superintendent clarify what was supposed to be there, if anything?
Yes, let me start out by saying this. We lost 2 of our youngest people yesterday. Families are grieving today. 2 families, friends, are without their children today, this morning, in a time where we are gearing up to give thanks for all the blessings that have been bestowed on us for a year. That's what we're getting ready to do. So I don't want to take away this from the family that I opened when I said they're in our thoughts and our prayers, they're in our hearts, that we have every intention of honoring the families. So with that said, the school crossing guards, everyone has a role to play in the safety of our children. So I don't want to move away that a driver of a van appeared to make a left-hand turn, and whether they completely stopped or continued to roll, struck 3 people and killed 2 children. That is the truth. So an adult male, many adults around, adult male walking his relative across the street, if that was a school crossing guard at the location, the work that they do every day, a fine job for my school crossing guards, then in all likelihood, adults, school crossing guard or not, would have most likely and a high probability of being struck too. In this particular case, the school crossing guard, it wouldn't appear that would have made a great difference into the facts that are surrounding, facts as we know them now, surrounding the loss of 2 of our youngest children. It has been a challenge for Prince George's County Police Department to hire school crossing guards. It's been a challenge to bring people on board in this age, in the post-pandemic society that we're living in. And we have had many applications filled. We have interviews scheduled in the coming weeks to hire. At least 22 interviews are scheduled to hire school crossing guards. We are not where we need to be in meeting the challenge. I urge anyone who cares about the safety of our children, if you have children or you care about our young people, to take an active part from the community to the government to anyone who wants to make sure our children are crossing the streets safely. Lastly, I'll say for the school crossing guards, that location, there are many locations in the schools that we provide school crossing guards to. And as you can imagine, there are a minimum of 108 locations across the county. And those locations have sub-locations in them. They can have 2, 3, 4 different locations within that school that needs a school crossing guard. In that particular location, one of our best long-time school crossing guards retired this summer after giving us years of service at that location. And that is one of the locations that we have been seeking to fill and have a proper replacement for the person who retired after many years of service, and making sure that our children could cross the street in a safe manner. But in the end, an adult male was there, staff was around, making sure that our kids got across the street because we have a partnership. And the tragic outcome of this is that 2 of our young people lost their lives.
You mentioned you're not aware of any medication or anything else, any substances the driver may have done. Is that something you're testing though?
We're going to do everything in our realm of investigations to get to, was that a factor, or if it happened at all. Right now, we don't have any indication of that. Back here.
Could you elaborate on how, it might take a few months before we learn of whether any charges will be filed just on that process?
Well, the process, the investigators will investigate the facts and the circumstances and put together a report, which will be handled by the state attorney's office. But there are a lot of things that we wait on for a report to be complete, from any other thing that's included, that the questions that were already asked, any other, video evidence, how long that takes, the medical examiner's office, from reports from there, that we know that a vehicle, a van, hit 3 people, killing 2. But the medical examiner makes the official ruling on that, and we wait for those things out of Baltimore County. And so there are a few factors that would lengthen that investigation as we have a complete report. I think you would agree that we don't rush things, and when we want to get it right, we're getting it right for the families first, for the victims the young victims who are no longer with us. We're getting it right for them first, and then we are making sure that we are on sound ground for us, for them to have a complete report for the state attorney's office to move forward with. And those things take time because it's so meticulous and so detailed in a fatality, not to say 2 fatalities.
I have another question, but one quick follow-up to Joyce. You mentioned video evidence. Have you found video evidence?
Video has come forward, and we are reviewing that information right now. Whether the details, there are witnesses who are there on scene, and there are things that we will put together to make sure that is actually the facts of what happened. And so this is early because we have obtained that just now. So, and we are reviewing it now. We want to I mentioned we have some of the best, investigators in the policing profession, and they are going to have to go through that video and make sure things are right, and that there are many nuances that go into video. Some people have great video, some people don't. But anyone who has additional video, people who may have cameras, doorbells on their houses, or cameras on their houses, if they captured any of that footage, we're requesting that they help us, because helping the police department helps the family of 2 young people who lost their lives yesterday.
And the question I was going to ask, I just wanted to clarify the relationship between everyone who said this adult male who was hit was a relative of one of the two?
Yes.
Do you know, are you able to share?
No, I won't share that right now, but it was a relative.
Are the kids related at all?
No, we don't believe so. I'll take two more questions and
Just a quick look, you mentioned the video came in just now. Does that mean that today you got the video or late last night? Just trying to.
yeah, I don't know actually when it came in. I'm just been made aware of it before I came down here. And so to get down here to speak with you guys, I haven't fully vetted all of the facts associated with that video. And then we'll take one more and then.
What is the status of the driver right now? Is she back at home?
Yeah, the driver is not in our custody. That's the procedure for the normal investigation. And so, no, nothing outside of that right now. We're going to go through the steps. And if it warrants something further, then we will make that decision along with the state attorney's office, who will have the authority and direction over this case after we submit the complete investigation. Thanks. Yeah.
Sir, have you spoken to staff at the school? How are they doing?
This is a tough time for staff at the school. The assistant principal and principal, as well as a number of staff members, we gave them the opportunity yesterday to step away and take some time for themselves. They refused because they wanted to be there for the children, and we wanted to honor that. So they are our heroes. They're there to support the community. They're there to support our children, and we're there to support them.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. Thank you for coming, and happy Thanksgiving to everybody.